What's happening, guys? It's Sid with svtperformance.com. We're out here in Florence, South Carolina at 5 Star Tuning. We're in the Dyno sale, and they just happen to have brand new Ford Maverick here. We're working on a tune on it. Also have this little 2021 Raptor in the background. We're going to take a look at that later, so definitely keep an eye on the channel for that. But I wanted to give you guys just a brief look at this thing while they're working on it. I haven't got to get my hands on one of these yet, but I know a lot of people are interested in them just because of such a low base price. But show you what you're getting for your money. This is a Lariat model, and it's not bad, but there's a lot of just hard plastic surfaces, things like that. And if you're going for durability, yeah, you can't beat that because, you know, get it dirty or something, it just wipes off clean. This is basically the only soft part on the door panel. Like I said, this is a Lariat version, so it has, looks like vinyl to me, vinyl seats. I don't think this is actually leather, but they look decent. So this is basically a Ford Escape with a truck bed. It's built on the Escape platform, but the interior is not too bad. Like I said, it's very plasticky. So it should be fairly tough. You know, all this stuff is sort of hard plastic. I like the screen here. I'm not sure what you could put in this little pocket here beside the screen, except maybe, you know, spare magazine for your SIG that fits in the center console. Do have inductive charging and the start stop button, so keyless start stop on the Lariat. I do like these HVAC controls that reads out the temperature that the controls are set to. That's real handy. This thing's a little cluttered up because they are dyno and working on their tune. Get more power out of it because it does have 2-liter EcoBoost. We'll take a look under the hood here in a second. This color plastic is kind of interesting, and it's almost a blue. It's a bluish gray color. It's interesting. I haven't seen that on a vehicle before. Usually if it's a blue, it's going to be a more brighter blue, at least on Fords. So this is kind of an interesting color. I do like the little Built Ford Tough logo stamped into the plastic there. Rear seat leg room, not the greatest in the world, but not terrible. You know, this is a small truck, and you know, it's kind of low too. But that's kind of what, you know, that's the market it's going for. Again, in the back here, just a lot of more rugged plus plastic. Do have a little AC outlet back there, so really nice. Plus, you got your USBs to charge devices, and I'm not sure what you would stick down in this little slot, but there's a slot there for something. And of course, your map pocket. I do like the inclusion of cup holders and armrests in the back here, and seat lifts up. Decent amount of storage space in this thing. That's not bad. And you can fold the seats forward, get some access to some other control modules. Got a power window motor here for your rear cab window. B&O stereo in this thing. There's your amplifier. There's your subwoofer. Surprised there's not any kind of trim panel over this, but I guess they made the seat so it sort of fits back in here and would deaden any sound that would come through this steel here. But yeah, usually this kind of stuff is trimmed out some way for a little bit of sound deadening. Not on this one, but like I said, this thing fits pretty snugly around this, so they're probably just using the seat back to attenuate any sounds that come in. It's kind of smart, saves money. You don't look back there anyways, so that's probably how they kept the price point down on this thing so much. Going around to the bed, it does have the spray and bed liner from Ford, which is really, really nice. I always recommend anybody who's getting a new Ford truck, just go ahead and check the option box for that, because that's one of my favorite things they've added over the years. Has another power outlet here in the bed. Does have a bed light in it. Got a little storage cubby hole over here that you could fit maybe a roll of toilet paper in, but that's pretty much it. So there's $20 worth of value there. Has these little plugs on both sides. Like I said, I haven't spent much time around a Maverick, so if these are well-known things, you've got to forgive me, because I don't know, I'm seeing all this for the first time. So it says 12 volt DC, and then on the back of it you have a plug. This is just basically a dummy plug, so you can add other 12 volt accessories going on in the future. I'm sure Ford has or will have a bunch of stuff for the bed, you know, lights, speakers, whatever you want, because it already has some holes drilled here. You got another one on the other side. I'm guessing they're going to add more stuff in the future. Of course, you have your bottle opener. The tailgate is not super heavy, but it is not like the easy lowering type like we're used to seeing on F-150 and everything. Again, a cost-cutting measure, but not a huge deal. On a truck that starts at 20 grand, that's kind of what you can expect. This one does have the 2-inch hitch, so it has the bigger engine and everything, tow package. It is all-wheel drive. It is the FX4 off-road package. And because of that, you don't get the hybrid system on this one. You get the 2-liter EcoBoost. And it's sort of the same 2-liter EcoBoost we've seen in the Bronco Sport and pretty much everything that Ford has that runs these small little 4-cylinder turbos. It's a good little engine. Fits in here nicely. Like I said, they've got all their dyno equipment here hooked to it. Did remove the open up the air box and found a couple horsepower in there, so cold air intake might help you guys if you want to get one of these things. Does have EGR, so there's your EGR valve. Tube runs sort of through there. You can kind of see it down there. There's your DI pump. I'm not sure if this thing has like a beauty cover that goes over it. It probably does, just laying around here in the shop somewhere, but I don't see it. I doubt that it comes like this. Probably does have a beauty cover, but it does give us an opportunity to look. Got your DI pump, and pretty much everything else is just buried in here. There's a lot of tubes, a lot of hoses, a lot of wires, pretty much everything you expect on newer vehicles. This thing looks like that should go right there, so I just fixed Ford's truck for them. That's nice. But yeah, basically what you can expect on a Maverick, if you buy one of these things. A lot of like empty dead space here in the fenders on both sides. Thought that was odd. Usually, you know, there's body control modules and all kinds of stuff that's mounted in there, but apparently there's enough room in this engine bay to grow in the future if they want to stick something else in there. Brake master cylinder is electronic, it looks like, electronically boosted, because I do not see any kind of vacuum booster back there, so that's different. It does have a little air intake scoop coming around here to the grill. Air would have to go up this way. It does have the grill louvers. Got your intercooler down here on the bottom, as to be expected. But like I said, these guys are working on this thing, getting some tunes rolling out for it. I do have some dyno sheets. I'll roll that in and let you guys see exactly what it's doing right now. I don't think this is the final version of the tune, but it started out making 225 horsepower and 315 torque. On 87 octane, it made 247 and 336. And on 93, 267 and 373. So that's pretty stout. I mean, if you go from stock to the 93 performance tune, you're looking at a difference of like 40 horsepower and 60-ish pound-feet of torque. So not bad for a little 2-liter engine, all-wheel drive. Decent looking little truck. If this is the kind of thing that you guys are interested in, might want to check it out. I'm more interested in this, so that's what I'm going to go check out now. And like always, like, share, subscribe, send us your credit card number, mother's maiden name, all that kind of stuff. You know, like everybody says at the end of every YouTube video. And as always, if you have any questions about this truck or the Raptor back here, or anything that 5-Star Tuning's got going on, head over to svtperformance.com. We've got a link down in the description talking about this little truck and everything. If you have any questions, post them on SVTP in that link. That way I can answer it, because I don't have time to go through the YouTube comments and all that kind of stuff. But that's the best way to get a hold of us. Get on SVTP. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for checking this out. I appreciate it.